Renegade, it is what it is. I mean, number one, it's, we're probably not the prototypical MMA team that, people like to hear about. We got killers and dealers up here, man. That's all we got. We got people, that they're just grimy dudes, and that's the way we train. That's the way we fight. We're just grimy. We box and we wrestle. Most MMA gyms, they put a lot of emphasis on Muay Thai and Jiu-Jitsu. We box, we wrestle, and that doesn't mean we can't do the other, because we do. But that's what our emphasis is on. I guess really I shouldn't sit here and really go too in depth about what we do and what we don't do, but at the same time we've been doing the same thing for 2 years and no one's been able to stop it for the most part. So we've got a system, and when we follow it, we feel like it's hard to deal with. Phil Wills is one of the best MMA striking coaches in the country, if not the world. I mean, I firmly believe that. And I guess we get lucky on the ground because I suck at jiu-jitsu and wrestling. So, but he's one of the best striking coaches, that there probably is. And, that's what we do. We control people with our striking, and we wrestle our way out of stuff. And if it goes to jiu-jitsu, we know what we're doing. But it's going good. As far as the guys, and, like Joe, he's had a lot of success. We're happy about him being in Bellator. Ricky is just setting the pattern to have an explosion here in about a year. There's no telling where he'll be in a year. He may still be with XFC. He could be in Bellator. He could be in UFC. There's no telling. The sky's the limit for that kid. And then we've got some other guys that's coming up. Nate Davis, he's still undefeated. Joey Carroll's really turned his career back around. Nick Smith's coming off of an injury, but I look for him to do some big things in 2013, 2014. And then we got some amateurs that I'm really, really, really excited about that's ready to turn over pro, like Cody Wells and two people that I'm not going to tell anybody because those people don't know they're with our team yet. So you'll see that here pretty soon. But we got some big stuff coming up. I'm excited. The real reason we've got is because Kenny Letts is a pain in my ass. And he won't let me do my job the way I want to do it. He keeps insisting I put more fights on the card. So that's the real reason we're doing this. I guess it's a little overboard. The Fight Lab reason we're doing this is to bulk up the roster, give some more opportunities, for some amateurs to get on the card and stay with us, a little bit longer. A lot of the guys that we've had over the course of the last year, 2 years, they're all turning pro, and so we need to reload that roster. Plus, we got to stay competitive. We got to do something a little bit bigger than what everybody else is doing. You got a bunch of poser MMA shows going on. MMA is like this is like the real part of the interview you really need to show, because I'm about to go on around. MMA is like the biggest poser sport in like the history of the world. You got poser gyms, you got poser promoters, you got poser fighters, definitely. You got poser apparel companies, you got poser ring girls. Everybody's just, fake as hell, is what it really comes down to in MMA. And there's just like so many other poser promotions running around here and we usually do 13 fights, Coyote Joe's, Top of the Roof Epicenter, Grady Cole, Bojangles, Shaw Air Force Base, Seymour Johnson. And, we put on a bad night 600-700 people in there, 1,300. So now we're going to do 19 fights and put 2,000 people, Silver Hound, May 4th. So you come watch it. It sucks, man. At Renegade, we've had the least amount of success at Fight Lab shows. And it's like I said earlier, with us, we have a system, and we believe in our system. And that system, is for us to control the pace of the fight with the stand-up and to be able to wrestle our way out of situations, keep it standing as long as possible, or keep top control as long as possible. And a lot of that comes off of repetition. Repetition and muscle memory. And muscle memory comes off of being able to recognize, and process things that's coming in your ear, going through your brain, and then being able to do it. And if you don't have your coach in the corner, telling you, yelling at you, telling you what to do, unless you're just a freak of nature, where you don't really need any coaching throughout the fight, which I've yet to have met that person. But, it's difficult. It's difficult, for the guys to be out there fighting and me not be in the corner. And, for months leading up to the fight, I've been in here coaching them, guiding them, training them, even though I suck at jiu-jitsu and wrestling. I've been in here, doing it, and then they get to the fight and I'm not there. And maybe somebody's in the corner yelling the exact same thing that I would yell. Maybe, one of my students, is in the corner giving the exact same advice that I would give, but it's just not the same, especially if you're on bottom getting the hell beat out of you. You need to be able to hear that voice, in your mind. And so it's hard on them. It's definitely hard on me. It sucks to put a great card together, and that's one of the hats I wear. And so I put together competitive fights, and then to see, my team, go out there and lose, to a guy that I put them against, and I put them against that guy because I think it's going to be a competitive fight. And then to know they're going in there without me being able to guide them. I mean, it sucks. It really does suck. But, the guys at Renegade, they understand. They know if they take a fight on Fight Lab, then they're going to get thrown to the wolves. They're going to have a tough fight. And we've had many guys, fall short, under the lights of Fight Lab. From Blaine Thomas losing to Drew Kennedy to Michael L. losing to Kevin Ferrant. We walked out of there with our heads down. So, it's part of the Renegade game plan. Get as many fights as possible. And if that means we have to do it at Fight Lab, we do it at Fight Lab. If it's do it at Wild Bills, we do it at Wild Bills. But we're going to take the fights and we're going to fight. Okay. Cornbread Dictionary, Chitlin Circuit. Chitlin Circuit is defined as any promotion who does not go above and beyond their capabilities to produce a good environment for the MMA community. Chitlin Circuit. Timmy the Turd is any and all of you fucking posers out there that don't train at real fucking gyms, and then you tell me how tough you are. That's Timmy the Turd. You can usually tell Timmy the Turd because he's got some cool shorts, a cool walkout shirt, but he can't throw a jab. That's usually Timmy the Turd. Look, man, I want to take a shot at Tater and Chaz Bryant and Keith Richardson, the Holy Trinity, the Three Musketeers, whatever the hell you want to call them. But those guys, they're so damn retarded. I mean, I can't, because no matter what I say, they're going to come back with something else dumber than what I said, and it's just never ending. All I want is Tater's going to pay me my beers, and that's the end of the story. Chaz is going to pay my beers. Chaz, I can choke you unconscious. Tater and Keith, I'm going to get somebody to do it if you don't give me damn beers. They're going to pay my beers. They owe me at least 6 cases of beer. That's all I got to say about that. I'm not going in for a step further. Modern Warrior. I'm leaving.